What do we think about the Randy Orton situation? We haven't seen Randy Orton wrestle in almost a full year. It was last May that we last saw Randy Orton, and he dropped the WWE Tag Team titles. And he's been out ever since then. We thought he might come back at the Royal Rumble. We thought he might come back for WrestleMania. Still has not happened yet. And now his dad, Cowboy Bob Orton, is telling Sportskeeda that he thinks the doctors told Randy that he'll never be able to wrestle again. And here's what I've been thinking about a lot. Cowboy Bob Orton was part of the first main event of WrestleMania. The guy's been in the business for years now, and I think he's just working us because he's old school like that. If I had to guess, I would say that Randy Orton will probably be wrestling a program within the next 6 months. Maybe I'm stupidly optimistic when I say that because I really do want to see Randy again. But, I mean, at the end of the day, who knows? Maybe Bob isn't working us. The doctors actually did tell Randy that. If that is the case, we want nothing but the best for Randy Orton because that's a guy that I'm sure a lot of us has grown to really love over the years. He came in as this cocky young kid with a lot of potential, but seemed a bit too sure of himself at times, and maybe let his talent overcompensate for the lack of dedication that he has had at times. But even then, Randy Orton has been arguably the top wrestler on that roster over the past 20 years. You didn't see him go to Hollywood like John Cena or The Rock, or Batista even, his Evolution stablemate. You saw him stick with it. And here's the thing about Randy Orton. He's still pretty young. He's younger than AJ Styles. He's younger than Bobby Lashley. He's younger than Brock Lesnar. And he's been there forever. So if this isn't for Randy Orton, it really sucks, but I don't want it to be the end for Randy Orton because the guy has just proved himself and has really... He's our guy. Like, if I'm 27 years old, if you're my age, you gotta kind of feel like Randy's your guy. He debuted in 2002, and we've seen this guy grow up in front of our very eyes. Saw him get introduced as part of Evolution. We saw him become the Legend Killer, the Viper, the corporate authority pushover. Well, he wasn't really pushover because he was kind of the guy that would get it done for the authority. We saw him team up with Matt Riddle and do probably the greatest work of his career. Randy Orton is such a talent, and I just don't want it to be over for him like this. So I think he's going to be back. I think it's all a work. If I had to guess who his first program back will be with, maybe Cody Rhodes, maybe Roman Reigns. That's one thing people don't really talk about too often. They could easily heat up Randy Orton for a world title program. If you're looking for an opponent for Roman Reigns for a Saudi Arabian show, if you have Randy Orton chasing the world title for potentially the last time, I think that'll do gangbusters. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this whole Randy Orton situation? Do you think we'll see him wrestle again, or do you think that's it for the Legend Killer? Thank you.